Hi, I'm Amber, and this is day 15 in 21 days to creating a daily practice in your life. So, welcome to day 15. This is our final week. Today's practice takes you back out to the land and to your tree. I wanted to share something briefly about daily practice before we start. Some of you may know who've been following these clips that yesterday, I had a bit of an accident. I badly injured myself. And so I wake up this morning feeling quite bruised by life, and also very blessed by those who assisted me yesterday and were with me as I got checked out. It was a true blessing to have such care and attention, such kindness from the hands of strangers, although none of us are strangers to each other. So I'm so very blessed and grateful for that, and I send that out. Should they ever watch this, or I send that out anyway as my thanks for being watched over. But waking up this morning, one of the resistances to doing a daily practice was I just didn't really feel like it, and my body ached, and I just wanted to be very still and not do anything that was going to connect me. Not because it wouldn't help me, but because I just wasn't feeling particularly inspired to do that. And I sat with that resistance and I acknowledged it, and then I went into my daily practice. I went into prayer. And that was what I needed today. I needed to go into prayer. And that assisted me, that brought me back to my center, that connected me again to spirit. And I showed up for this clip because the promise that I made at the start of these clips was that we would show up for this work for the next 21 days. And I have kept to my promise because I believe that passionately, that a daily practice is ultimately the bedrock of our lives. It's our refuge on days, on weeks, on months, on years when life is challenging. I share this with you to say that I know that there are times when having a daily practice is at the bottom of our list. We have deadlines, we have so much going on in our lives, tragedies of so many different degrees. It shall be challenging for each of you in your own ways, in so many different ways. And I speak from experience, having lived through my own challenges, that it's a daily practice that has kept me empowered, that has kept me in a state of flow, that has allowed me to move through those challenges rather than have them overwhelm me. And at times when I have let my daily practice slip, which I have done as much as the next person, life has become that little bit more overwhelming, and I have felt truly disconnected. It is our connection to spirit, it is our connection to the elements, it is our connection to our hearts that truly gives us the power that we need to go out into the world every day and be who we are, be all that we came here to be, to live in that space of graciousness and heart openness, to see the abundance in life in every given moment, to see the blessing in every given moment. A daily practice then is something that is as vital as brushing our teeth, as eating, as drinking water. It is our sustenance, and I truly passionately believe that. So I share just a little bit of my own experience to say that should it be a challenge to have a daily practice in your life, please persist, even if you give yourself 10-15 minutes in the morning, 10-15 minutes in the evening, because that is all you can spare. You will reap the rewards of that, truly. It will be your bedrock, it will be your refuge, it will be your sustenance. It is your home. A daily practice brings you back home, to your truth and to spirit. So day 15, today then the practice is about reconnecting with your tree and the land and the elements, and this time going into a space of prayer and receiving. So when you leave your house or your place of business or wherever you're leaving from to go connect with your tree, you set the intention as before to connect with a tree that shall be the most empowering and the most healing for you at this time. You may wish to go back to the tree that you originally connected with on day 3 of this series. You may wish to find a new tree. You may wish to go to a new space of land. You may wish to return to the old land. Please make sure that this is a land that really calls to you, not a land that is just convenient but you don't really like because it's in the middle of a city, perhaps, and you can hear traffic all around you, or Maybe you feel that there's too many people, it's a park and it's very busy. Please go to a land that most calls to you, that most holds you at this time. You may have to make a special trip for this, but that's okay. This is an important practice, and it shall hold you, and it shall heal you and nurture you. So when you reach this land, bring your awareness again into the elements around you, earth, fire, air, water, and start to give your thanks, as we've talked about before. Thank you to the element of earth as it holds you, unconditionally supports you, as it feeds you. Thank you to the element of air as it feeds you, as it nourishes you, as it replenishes you, the breath of life. Thank you to the element of water as it replenishes you, as it cleanses you. Thank you to the element of fire as it lights your way, as it heats you, as it warms you, as it fuels your life. Actively bringing your awareness into those elements now as you're out on the land. And actively bringing your awareness into your senses. So what can you hear? And really allow what you can hear to infuse you. Birdsong perhaps, the wind in the trees, your feet walking on the land, laughter perhaps in the distance. What's the energy behind that sound, and how does it make you feel? What can you see? Be drawn to those colours that most fuel you, that most heal you, the greens, reds, yellows, whites, whatever you can see around you. Allow those colours to start to infuse you, to heal you. This is the gift from nature to you. And then make your way to your tree. When you get to your tree, you're going to, as discussed before, sit up with your back against the tree, and you're sitting on the earth, so you have that connection to the earth beneath you and the tree holding you, supporting you. Now, people sometimes ask me, well, is it okay if I view my tree from a bedroom window, from my office window? Is that a connection? And how I respond to that is this: your connection to the land and to your tree is a relationship. So if the relationship with your most beloved, that person that you most cared about, only ever existed from a distance, you only ever had any connection with them, you were in one building and they were in the next, and you vaguely saw each other and stuck your heads outside windows and said hello, what kind of a connection would that be? What kind of a relationship would that be? It would be lacking in intimacy. It would be lacking in closeness. Your connection to the land and to your tree is a relationship. Our connection to spirit is a relationship. Your connection to yourself is a relationship. So how do you wish that relationship to be? I leave it entirely up to you, because it is never my place, I don't believe, to instruct you in what to do, a right or a wrong. You shall find your own way with this. Simply bear that in mind. How do you wish this relationship to be? What you put in is what you get out. Should you make the effort to travel to that land, to travel to your tree? Should you invest your time, effort and energy, despite any resistances, to make that connection? What you will receive in return shall be tenfold, if not 100-fold. Because that's how it works with spirit. It's beautiful. So with your back up against the tree and the ground supporting you, to shut your eyes and again bring your awareness into just connecting with that tree. What can you feel? Can you feel the energy of the tree? Can you feel the energy of the earth beneath you? And start to bring your awareness now with your eyes shut to the elements around you. What you can hear, what you can feel, how that makes you feel. And how at one you can start to become with the land around you. So you are unobtrusive, so you become the land. If you hear the wind, can you become the wind? When you feel the land, can you make yourself at one with the land? Just allow those elements around you to infuse you, and then go into prayer. Now, you may feel that you want to speak out loud, maybe in a whisper. There might be people around you, and that's fine. You may feel that you want to do this prayer in your heart or in your mind, and that's fine too. But to unburden yourself. What is the conversation that you wish to have with Spirit now? What is most troubling you in your life? What do you need guidance on? Where do you feel perhaps stuck in your life? What do you want to give thanks for? Perhaps you want to go into the practice of gratitude or forgiveness. Allow yourself to speak as freely as you can, as you wish in this moment. Allow those thoughts and those sensations to arise within you. And if anything feels too uncomfortable, know that the land holds you, and anything that you wish to release can be simply allowed to pass through you, through your body, into the soles of your feet and into the land where it is transmuted, where the land holds it and then brings back new life through it, through that energy. So once you feel that you have said all that you can say at this time, you've unburdened yourself as much as you wish to at this time, is then to go into a place of stillness and silence and just see what messages come to you, what knowings come to you, what intuition comes to you. You may have a series of thoughts that feel like inspiration. You may feel something. You may have a knowing. You may just feel a sense of calm or stillness or love or holding or healing. You may find emotion rises up in you. All of those are absolutely valid and absolutely fine. But give yourself a good 30, 40 minutes, an hour for this practice, so you're not rushed, so you can really go through layer upon layer, really go deeper and deeper and deeper into that knowing, into that hearing, into that listening for the whisperings of spirit, which is all around us, in the wind and the trees, in birdsong, in sunlight, sunset and sunrise. Spirit speaks to us all the time. The great mystery speaks to us all the time. Should we bring our awareness into that? And that's it. That's your practice for today. To go to your tree, to go into prayer, to connect to the land, to listen for any guidance that may come to you. You may wish to take a journal with you so you can note down anything that may come to you during this practice. And again, if you were to make this your practice for the next 21 days, it would bring a deep and profound connection to the land and to spirit, and how through synchronicity, how through the workings of nature, we start to hear those messages, we start to gain that guidance. And for those of you that feel this is such an alien thing to do, for those of you that have lived and built up cities your whole life, or you feel reticent about this, all I say is our ancestors, our ancients lived on the land, fed off the land, built on the land, gained their messages from the land, healed on and with the land, loved the land and received the love from the land. It is in us, it is in our DNA, it is a true remembering of the ancient part of ourselves when we go back to the land, when we go back to our trees, when we go back to the elements, when we seek guidance in the simplest, most profound ways. This is simply a remembering of that ancient part of you. And so I wish you so much joy and power and courage and beauty and always love with this practice. And so until the next time, so it is. It is so.